This is WVLT News at 6 with Donovan Long.
And a very good evening to each and every one of you. I'm Kyle Grainger in for Donovan tonight, and we're going to get to your forecast in just a second. But first, let's look at the Vols walk from today. And of course, everyone excited out there. In case you've been living under a rock this week, there's a big game going on at Neyland. Right now, this was the scene just a few hours ago as kickoff was getting ready to get started. Jeremy Pruitt led the team into the stadium to take on the Gators. And of course, we're checking on that score for you right now as the game getting underway about 19 minutes ago or so, and we're still in that first quarter. We were watching as the Vols were charging down the field after the Gators had to give it back to them. So we'll check on the score throughout the course of the broadcast here for you this evening. Don't forget, if you can't catch the game on TV, live score updates on WVLT.tv and in the WVLT News app as well. Happening right now, a weather alert is posted for parts of our area due to flooding. Showers and storms have made their way into the area, creating flash flooding in parts of Jellicoe, also parts of southeastern Kentucky tonight. A flash flood warning continues for the next 10 minutes for parts of McCreary County and Whitley counties in Kentucky. So let me show you that map right now. You can see the flash flood warning until 7:30. We also have flood watches up to the north for parts of London and Somerset tonight because of a batch of heavy rain that continues to move through. You can see Oneida getting some of that heavier downpour rain right now. Moving down to Jamestown and Grimsley, but in the heart of Knoxville, things right now looking on the clearer side, but we can't rule out the possibility that any shower pops up in or near Knoxville. Right now, lightning very limited with this, so it would just be some heavy rainfall as these showers and storms continue to push off to the east here over the next little while. As part of the stalled out frontal boundary that will be the focal point for some showers as we go into the evening hours. You can see that developing over in and around Nashville still has to move in our direction. We'll see if the game gets over before it does. Of course, some heavy rain continued for parts of the area today. Kathy's sharing this on the WVLT weather app. Right now it's hot out there. 86 degrees in Knoxville to 87 Oak Ridge, 81 for Kingston. You factor in that humidity. Boy, oh boy, it's still hot and muggy. 89 in Knoxville to 86 in Sevierville is what it feels like. Still feels like 92 in Oak Ridge. That Oneida at 70 is where that rain-cooled air is tonight. So overnight tonight for your Saturday, mostly cloudy skies. We've got some fog that will develop here over the next little while, down to 73 by the midnight hour. We're staying close to 70 by the time you wake up tomorrow, but more rain and scattered showers and an unsettled start to the week is on the way. I'll give you the details on that coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, back to downtown Knoxville, where inside the stadium, a very special group of the Vols from 1998's championship team were honored just before kickoff. And sports director Rick Russo has the story.
Well, it is a special night here at Neyland Stadium, and for several different reasons. Yeah, the Vols are looking for their first SEC win in a while. It's the opener in conference play for Tennessee as they take on their rivals from Florida. Also, a lot of eyes will be on this. It's a primetime game under the lights, fans watching on TV, and eyes in the stands with a lot of big recruits here as well to watch the Vols and Gators go at it. Also here, yes, the 1998 National Championship Vols, who are celebrating the 20th anniversary of that magical season. I had a chance to speak to a few of them earlier today and asked them about that Florida game back in '98 and how that win helped propel them to an undefeated year.
Yeah, it was just a momentum game. Florida game is, it was always an early game for us, and it was just a momentum game that helped us finish out the season strong.
Obviously, Arkansas was, a game that everybody thinks about, but that Florida game was getting over that hump was something we knew, okay, now we've beaten Florida. Now we have an opportunity to go and do something special. So that Florida game to me was something that led us to that next level.
Yeah, that's right. That was a special year. As a team, we just stuck together through thick and thin, and we're able to have a just unbelievable, magical year.
To get an opportunity to beat Florida right here at Neyland Stadium with the crowd being as rambunctious as possible, loudest stadium I've ever felt in my life. Never seen anything like it, never felt anything like it. it was very special, and it's still special 20 years later.
Yeah, and like those guys, Vol Nation would love to see a win tonight by Tennessee. The Vols looking to go to 3-1 on the season, 1-0 in SEC play. The Gators now, remember, they're hungry. They've already got an SEC loss, having lost to Kentucky in their home SEC opener a couple weeks ago. We'll see how it all unfolds. Remember, we've got your post-game report coming up after this on WVLT, and then tomorrow morning on my VLT, the Extra Point Show. Join myself and Brent Hubbs for a complete wrap-up of today's Tennessee-Florida battle. At Neyland Stadium, Rick Russo, WVLT Sports.
All right, of course, an exciting night for folks in downtown Knoxville and right there at the stadium. Amanda Ferguson there tonight with our extended coverage.
The day has come. The Gators are playing Tennessee right here in Neyland Stadium tonight. But of course, we're tailgating just before the game. With me right now is Mike. He's the grill master at this tailgate. Mike, what's on the menu tonight?
We have a full alligator here.
Are you about to take it out for us?
Absolutely.
All right, let's watch. It's all ready to eat. Let me get out of the way. Oh, it's ready to eat. It's ready to enjoy.
You want to try
All
some?
right, so yeah, let's try it.
Sarah,
Give me a good piece. Give me a good
Cool.
piece.
I don't give you bad pieces. Are you kidding me?
All right, I'm a little bit nervous. I've never had this.
Go
Do I just eat it like this?
I don't know what it tastes like. You tell me. Yeah. Tastes like victory, right? It tastes like victory. It tastes like victory.
It does. It tastes good.
Exactly.
You're a good cook. What is it like to do something this special, cook this gator with all of your friends here today?
It's phenomenal. It's like Christmas every day.
Thank you so much. We'll be enjoying it for the rest of the evening out here on campus. Reporting from campus, Amanda Ferguson, WVLT News. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Amanda. Moving on to a more serious topic now. More than a week later, after Florence made landfall, troubles are still unfolding. Parts of the Carolinas still flooded tonight. Now there's a new threat. A dam holding back thousands of gallons of coal ash could spill over. Manuel Bojorquez shows us the threat.
Florence's floodwaters are raising fears. This dam was breached at a North Carolina Duke Energy plant. Environmentalists worry the toxic coal ash stored here could spill into the Cape Fear River. A full week after the storm hit, thousands in South Carolina are under new evacuation orders. Some of the stranded in Mullins had to be rescued by helicopter.
Once the woods are full of water, it don't have anywhere to go.
Downstream in Conway, the only way to reach Tin Landrum's neighborhood is by boat. It looks like we're on a river right now.
It does.
But this is actually the road.
That's the road.
Landrum says it's the third time in the last 4 years the Waccamaw River has flooded here. Conway is bracing itself. The Army and its contractors are racing to finish this temporary dam along Highway 501 using concrete barriers and large sandbags because if this floods, the entire town will be virtually cut off. That's what happened in Wilmington, North Carolina after the storm. The waters there have now receded, but only after flooding homes like Mary Mosley's. Mary, do you have flood insurance?
No, I don't.
Of the millions impacted by Florence, fewer than 340,000 have flood insurance in North and South Carolina combined. For many like Mary, the cost of a policy is too expensive. How are you going to get through this?
I honestly don't know.
And of course, that is the situation for many folks there. I know some folks who live in that area, and of course, many of these places simply never flood. This is something that many people have never seen. Now, FEMA says that it can help out people like Mary with temporary housing, for example, but in South Carolina, it will be days before all of that damage can be fully assessed. And as many of you know, that this is part of South Carolina. My town of Loris is just inland from Myrtle Beach. You can see here surrounded by water. My parents' home is okay, but they were warned to get out and get supplies and plan to stay in for the long haul because many of the roads are flooded and potentially could flood. That means supply trucks can't get into the grocery stores even if they can get there as well. Just for example of some of that flooded street area problems, my dad works about 20 minutes away. Last night it took him 4 hours to get home because he had to weave through all the roads that are flooded. Of course, back here closer to home, we're tracking some weather that is headed our way, including some rain, showers, and thunderstorms. Find out when they'll arrive next.